Hey guys, how's it going? It's me again, Sydney. We're back. Welcome back to my channel. I was gone for a while. I needed to take a break. I had a little bit of a mental breakdown, if I'm going to be honest. If I'm going to be totally 100, if I'm going to keep it a hundo. She lost her mind a little bit, but she's back. While I was away, I took the opportunity to reevaluate myself and my life and get closer to God, get closer to my family, and, just really just chill out, dude. I was just chilling. I changed my hair. I decided to get some locks. I did micro individual braids, and then I sister locked them at the top. What else is new? I started a streaming channel, so you can follow me on Twitch if you want to see live streams where I'm going to be going over current events. I will be posting that here on YouTube as well, but if you want to see it live, like hang out with me live in the chat, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. And oh, the most exciting thing, I've decided to start offering personal planet astrology readings. In my personal life, it is something that I'm very, very passionate about. Learning about myself, I feel that it's really helped me a lot with my confidence, and it's something that I love doing for my close friends and family. And so I wanted to offer it to any of my viewers watching if it's something you'd be interested in. There will be a link in my description box if you wanted to book a video call with me to learn about your personal planet. It's so fun. I love it so much. I have so many astrology books. Okay, enough with the updates. Let's jump into the video. We're doing makeup and history. Wow. Yes. Today's story takes place in 1972. It's an election year for the US, and it's already a circus. Crazy stuff always happens election year. In the year 1972, Shirley Chisholm, a congresswoman out of New York, shocked the nation when she became the first African-American woman to run for president as a Democrat. At the time of her campaign, she was working as the first Black woman ever in Congress, but Shirley wanted to do more. She thought that she could serve the country better, and so she decided to run for president. Many people at the time thought her bid for the presidency was laughable. They thought she was insane. However, after people started hearing her speak, she started to gain a lot of momentum and public support, and she kind of had the other candidates shaking in their boots a little bit. They was a little scared of little Shirley. Shirley was definitely a force to be reckoned with, okay? I sure wish we had a Shirley around today. So who exactly was Shirley Chisholm, and where did she come from? I'm gonna tell you. First, we gotta get in our time machine and go back in time, obviously. So I got some upgrades. The way that the new time machine works is we're gonna close our eyes. We're gonna take a deep breath. On the exhale, we're gonna open our eyes, and it worked. And we're gonna be there. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Boom, we're in 1924. November 30th, 1924, Shirley Chisholm is born Shirley Anita Hill in Brooklyn, New York. November 30th means that she was a Sagittarius, which means we would have been best friends. Shirley Chisholm would have been my best friend. Now, she probably would not have been my best friend, if I'm being honest, but it makes me feel better to think so. Shirley's parents immigrated to New York from Central America. Shirley was the oldest of 3 sisters, and her family grew up pretty poor. They struggled economically. They also faced a lot of discrimination for being immigrants. Shirley says that growing up, her parents always instilled a sense of pride and importance. She knew of her own importance long before the Black Revolution. Shirley also showed an interest in politics from a young age. She attended Boston College, where she participated in student government. She also advocated for other young women to join student government, which means she was a girl's girl, and another reason we would have been best friends. In 1951, Shirley graduated from Columbia University with her master's degree in early childhood education, and she immediately began using her degree to advocate for working mothers and early childhood development, something still very lacking in our society. We need childcare around here. I don't even have children yet, and I need childcare. In 1954, Shirley became the director of the Child Care Center in Manhattan. She also began consulting with the NYC Child Welfare Bureau? The Bureau of Child Welfare. Why is that so hard to say? Child welfare. Am I having a stroke? Bureau of Child Welfare. All right, we got to move on from that. Sorry about that. In 1964, Shirley joined the New York State Assembly in an effort to change the policies. By this point in her career, Shirley had gained a reputation of being very no nonsense, no BS, get the job done. I imagine she was like one of those teachers where when she walked in the room, everyone like immediately sat up straighter. That kind of vibe. She wasn't playing no games, but she did really, really care. Like, everyone could see that she genuinely just wanted things to be better. Shirley decides that the New York Assembly is not enough. She wants to do more. And so in 1968, she ran for Congress and became the first elected African-American woman ever to be a member of Congress. When she said she was going to run, everyone was like, oh, you're crazy, you're crazy. And she was like, no, I'm not. Shirley brought her no-nonsense, get-the-job-done attitude to Congress. The fact that she actually wanted to do things really upset the other congressmen. They didn't like her at all. They were very, very put off by her doing her job. And so she received a lot of hazing and like discrimination when she joined. Also, if you're wondering what I'm doing with my concealer right now, so am I. As hard as the other congressmen were trying to play her, she didn't accept that. She didn't take that. She let her haters be her motivators, okay? And she dug her feet in and stayed true to her values. She focused on passing policies that would help children and working mothers, like she always had. In 1971, Shirley became one of the founding members of the Congressional Black Caucus, which is still around today. She also helped found the Women's National Caucus, which I'm not sure if that still exists, but you know, 2 major caucuses in 1 year. Shirley was killing the politics game. So Shirley is doing everything she can to try and make Congress a better place, but she decides she wants to do more, okay? That's not enough. And so in the same year, 1971, she decides she's gonna run for president. And everyone's like, no, you're not. She's like, yes, I am. She would be the first African American and the first woman to ever make a bid for the presidency as a Democrat. Although many people did not take her seriously at first, Shirley began speaking at various public events and garnering a lot of support. She was a very skilled public speaker, and once people heard her talk and what she was actually about, they thought, hey, maybe this is not such a crazy idea. Who knew?
What's wrong with my running for president of this country? I am not the candidate of Black America, although I am black and proud. I am not the candidate of the women's movement of this country, although I am a woman, and I'm equally proud of that. I am the candidate of the people of America.
Now, there was a lot of division happening in the country at the time. I'm not sure if it was more than what's happening right now, but it was a lot happening. And so hearing a candidate bring everyone together like that was very powerful. As Shirley's popularity grew with the public, she faced even more discrimination behind the scenes. And it wasn't just the white men, okay? She faced discrimination amongst the Black Caucus, which she helped found, by the way. Many of the members of the Black Caucus, who were mostly men, refused to support her because she was a woman. They began openly opposing her and preventing her to speak at certain events, which is crazy because she helped found the damn caucus. Oh my gosh. That upsets me. That's upsetting. Shirley would later say that during her time in politics, she definitely faced more discrimination for being a woman than she did for being black. I'm sure she faced discrimination for both of them, but it was definitely more discrimination being a woman. Many women during this time faced discrimination for having ambition. It was still seen as unnatural. Shirley did have a very supportive husband, though. Conrad Chisholm was her head of security while she was running for president. During her campaign, Shirley was physically attacked 3 times. So her husband was working as head of security until the last time she almost got stabbed by this crazy maniac in the crowd. And then she was granted Secret Service protection, which is amazing. Shirley wasn't the only candidate that got attacked, though. Another candidate actually got shot. So people were wilding in 1972. I mean, they're still wilding, but many of Shirley's close friends and family urged her to drop out of the race after her life was threatened and after another candidate got shot. But Shirley didn't let that stop her. Nothing was going to stop her. Nothing. Why doesn't anyone get that by now? Shirley continued campaigning across America and received a lot of support from major organizations like the Black Panther Party. The Black Panthers' endorsement of Shirley was huge because they at the time didn't believe in any of the government. And so for them to endorse a candidate was actually a really big deal. The other candidates can see this happening and are still trying to do everything in their power to ruin her campaign. When it came time for the candidates to debate, Shirley was not permitted to debate on the television, and so she sued the networks for not allowing her to be televised, and she won. And so they had to let her come on, and she did. Shirley was used to being ridiculed by the media at that point because they just didn't take her seriously. However, when given the opportunity to speak, no one could deny her qualifications for the job. And she was also very charismatic and funny, so she was likable. You know, the other candidates are like, oh. We had the girls shaking in their boots. Shaking in their boots. The primary contender for the Democratic nomination was former Vice President Herbert Humphrey. The secondary contender was Senator George McGovern. And these are the 2 candidates who were receiving majority of the media coverage. When asked about her bid for the presidency, many people would ask her to, you know, just step down. You know, like, why not give it to one of the white guys? Is what they were saying, basically. They felt she was demanding a position that didn't belong to her, which she would respond, "I'm not demanding anything. I'm asserting my right to be here. I'm American too, just like you." All right, so the 1972 Democratic National Convention is about to take place, and up until this point, Shirley is still behind the main candidates, but she has enough support, like she has enough delegates, that without her support, neither of the candidates would be able to win. And so now they're like begging her to give them her support. Shirley took meetings with both of the candidates before making her decision, and she really negotiated for what she wanted. The winner for the Democratic nomination ended up being Senator George McGovern, who ultimately ended up losing to Nixon that year by a landslide, like by a lot. He lost really badly. I think they said it was one of the biggest landslides in U.S. history. So after everything was said and done, Shirley would say that she did not regret her decision to run for office at all. She is quoted saying, "In spite of hopeless odds, I did it to demonstrate a sheer refusal to accept the status quo." Literal icon. What a boss. What an absolute boss. Shirley remained a member of Congress and worked to create bills that would support inner city schools, domestic workers, working moms. She supported increasing in spending for education, social welfare. She especially worked on cases that were discriminatory against women, impoverished women especially, and Native people. In 1982, Shirley announced that she would be retiring from Congress, and she looked forward to a more private life with her new husband, Arthur. I'm not sure what happened to Conrad, but now she's with Arthur. And yeah, although 4 years after she retired, Arthur did die from a car crash. So Shirley did not remarry. She continued working as an educator until January 1st, 2005, when she passed away. Shirley wrote that she wanted to be remembered not as a Black woman, but as a catalyst for change in the 20th century. Which she certainly was. She certainly was. Rock on, Shirley. So that's the story of Shirley Chisholm. I would love to know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Did you know this story already? Did you learn anything new? Or if you have any fun facts that you want to include, please put them down in the comment section. In the description bar, you can find sources for where I got my information from. And there's also a movie on Netflix I watched not too long ago with Regina King. Love Regina King. Starring Regina King as Shirley Chisholm. So yeah, check that out too if you want to hear more about our girl, about my best friend Shirley. We would be best friends. I hope that everyone is doing well and taking care of themselves. Right now, the political climate is crazy, and you know, I think if nothing else, this story does kind of help highlight that it's always been a little crazy. We should just protect our spirits and hope for the best. Vote for the best, for sure. Although, who knows what that is. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so happy to be back. I can't wait to upload more. Please leave comments below as well for other stories that you'd like to see. Maybe I have them coming up. Who knows? Don't forget to check out my website if you would like to book a personal reading with me, and follow my streaming channel. So yeah, bye. Love you guys. Bye.